Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Wednesday, May 27th, 2020. I'm Freddie Liebert. 6 candidates in Nevis have been duly nominated to contest the National Assembly elections on June 5th, 2020. On the morning of Wednesday, May 27th, Rohan Claxton, returning officer for the constituency of Nevis 10, received the nomination of Beyond Hanley of the Nevis Reformation Party, NRP, at the nomination station, the David Freeman Center of Excellence. Hanley was nominated by Myron C. Liebert of Rice's Village and Shakila Morton of Hanley's Road.
My hopes is to deliver constituency number 10 in a massive landslide victory come next week Friday, so we can usher in many of the plans that I would have spoken about, and we can bring back Gingerland, rebuild Gingerland, and develop Gingerland into the future.
The returning officer for the constituency of Nevis 10 also received the nomination of the Honorable Eric Evelyn of the Concerned Citizens Movement, CCM. Mr. Evelyn was nominated by Deslin Evelyn of Hanley's Road and Burley R. Walwyn of Hard Times.
I'm exceptionally proud to be nominated as a member of the Dream Team of the Concerned Citizens Movement for the federal election slated for June the 5th, 2020. Of course, I am a member of the Nevis Island Assembly and a member of the Nevis Island Administration. I think that campaigning on my record. I've done a lot in the past 2.5 years, and there's a lot more to be done. And of course, we in the Nevis 10 St. George area, we will be looking for the usual support of the persons from St. George's. I am very excited once again to be on the ticket of the CCM, and we did it in 2017, and I have absolutely no fear that we will do it again in overwhelming style on June the 5th.
In the constituency of Nevis 11, returning officer Ermelita Elliott received the nomination of the incumbent, the Honorable Patrice Nisbet of the NRP, at the nomination station, the Cotton Ground Community Center. Nominating Nisbet were Idona Brown of Jessop's Village and Derica C.H. Parry of Shaw's Road.
The people of Nevis 11 would know that I have served them for the last 20 years in the federal parliament, and they have always reposed their trust and confidence in me because they know that as a legislator, I have been able to ensure that a number of programs, a number of policies have been implemented that have protected them and that have brought tremendous benefits to them as a constituency and as individuals. And so, with their continued support in these upcoming federal elections on the 5th of June, I would want to continue the partnership that we have built for the last 20 years in improving lives, livelihoods, standard of living, quality of education for all the constituents in Nevis 11 and by extension the good people of Nevis. And so I'm asking my constituents to carefully consider what is at stake in these elections and make the right choice and vote for the candidates of the Nevis Reformation Party when they head to the polls on the 5th of June.
Also contesting that seat will be the Honorable Alexis Jeffers of the CCM. Jeffers was nominated by Stanley Williams of Newcastle and Nelia Maynard of Jessop's Village.
I do believe that we will provide what has been lacking over the last 20 years, in that we will make people and the enhancement of the human resource capacity in this constituency a major pillar of our representation. We also want to ensure that the citizens and residents of Nevis 11 are a part of the national debate. I do believe our message is one that the constituents of Nevis 11 can certainly hold on to, knowing fully well that I have done a marvelous job of representing the constituency of St. James, Nevis 4 in the Nevis Island Assembly. So it is time to go to the next level and ensure that we can bring the type of influence and impact that we're looking for as citizens in Nevis 11 and also the entire Nevis as a whole. So our campaign is going well, and our campaign will certainly prevail in the end has been victorious, because people are looking to start, or persons are looking to move in a new direction, turn over a new page, and certainly usher in a new era in this constituency where we can be proud citizens of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis.
At the Albertha Payne Community Center at Bath Village, the nomination station for the constituency of Nevis 9, returning officer Kevin Barrett received the nomination of the incumbent, the Honorable Mark Brantley of the CCM. Brantley was nominated by Lorna Hunkins of Marion Heights and Dennis Brown of Brown Hill.
I've just been nominated to serve again the good people of Number 9. They've been very kind to me over the past several years. Since 2007, I've been the person whom they've returned to represent them in St. Kitts. I'm hopeful that on June 5th, the people will continue to maintain the momentum, to keep the momentum, recognizing the excellent work that we've done and the excellent quality of representation that we have been able to achieve in Bastille. We need a strong voice in St. Kitts, and the Concerned Citizens Movement provides that strong voice.
That seat will also be contested by Dr. Kelvin Daly of the NRP, who was nominated by Saneldo Willett of Hamilton Estate and Devon Cornelius of Lower Stony Grove.
I've just completed my application to be a candidate for Nevis 9. Today is the end of the beginning of another process. And I am pleased that we have come through this matter unscathed. We are ready to finish the race, which is on June 5th. And I'm happy that I'll be given the opportunity to represent, to offer proper representation, not only to Nevis 9, but the entire country of Nevis and St. Kitts.
All the candidates signed the statutory declaration of a person nominated as a candidate for election as a member of the National Assembly, while the persons who nominated them signed the statutory declaration of a person nominating a candidate for election as a member of the National Assembly. Similar nomination day activities took place on St. Kitts in the constituencies of St. Christopher 1 to 8. The electorate in St. Kitts and Nevis will go to the polls on Friday, June 5th to elect their parliamentary representatives and a new government of the Federation. In related news,
we are presently in state of emergency, and it's very unusual that we have in a general election in the state of emergency.
Commissioner of Police Hilroy Brandy giving an update at the National COVID-19 EOC briefing on Tuesday, May 26th.
Campaigning cannot be as normal as previous general election. So therefore, there will be no public meeting, outdoor public meeting, and there will be no public motorcades be allowed. Presently, the High Command has granted permission to both parties and St. Kitts to advertise their party and to give notice as to their party's position by using just 4 vehicles. We are now realizing that both parties are abusing this privilege, and more persons are joining those vehicles, joining those motorcades, and causing a problem for the organization and endanger themselves and other persons.
The police commissioner called on members of the public to assist the police in maintaining order.
We are not out of the woods when it comes to the pandemic, so therefore we still have persons in quarantine. We're not sure what will be the outcome when the 14 days are up and they are tested. So we are asking the general public not to join in those processions that the various parties are being granted to go around the island and sell their party position. So please, cooperate with the police. You're saving your own life and you're saving the life of your fellow citizens by not getting involved.
Commissioner of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, Hilroy Brandy. Still to come, students to begin receiving digital devices on May 28th. The details right after this break. Ministries of Education in St. Kitts and Nevis will begin the distribution of digital devices to students on Thursday, May 28th. In St. Kitts, the distribution will take place at the Education Planning Division on Lockhart Street, while in Nevis, the distribution will take place at the Department of Education at Marion Heights.
At the Lockhart Street location in St. Kitts, the first round of tablets will be distributed from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on Thursday and continue throughout the day up to 3 p.m. 10 recipients will be served each half hour, with approximately 110 devices being distributed each day. Distribution on Nevis will take place from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Distribution has been prioritized, starting with high schools in the Federation, giving preference to those students without devices. Parents and guardians will be expected to pick up the devices and must bring a nationally issued picture ID, including driver's license, security card, passport, etc. And this is mainly for verification.
The devices are being given to students to facilitate the virtual learning on which the Federation is about to embark.
A note to parents and guardians that you will be required to sign a loan agreement form, as these tablets are on loan to students. Any home having 3 or more students requiring tablets would be provided with 2 tablets.
Parents of primary school students will be contacted at the appropriate time for a similar distribution of digital devices. Nevis Electricity Company Limited, NEVLEC, is advising its customers of a scheduled power outage for Thursday, May 28, 2020. This is to facilitate relocation and upgrade of low-voltage lines to newly planted poles. Customers from 5 Turning to Nelson's Spring and areas in close proximity will be affected by the power outage scheduled for 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liebert. Thank you for viewing.